Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining in this evening, and thank you so much for being patient with us. We had a few technical issues, but thank God, finally we are back. Often the times when these things are about to happen and we have to break such exciting and great news, the enemy tries by all means to throw every spanner to complicate things. But you know what? Our God still is got control even with technology. So we are here tonight, and I have got very exciting and interesting news. Please, I'm asking you, as you are connecting tonight, let us know where you are joining from, and also please share as you come in. Let us know where you're watching from, and also share as you're coming in, because what we have tonight is exciting news. It's something that we've been praying for, something that we've been asking God for, and finally God has opened that door. And I'm so excited to have this guest here coming tonight, and we want you to be part of this so that you can find out who the guest is. While I am waiting for my guest to come through, please just join in and let us know where we're coming from, and let us just hear this song while I'm waiting for my guest. Jesus is the King of Kings. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting no time, let me allow my guest to come in this evening and chat to him and find out who he is. As you're coming in, please don't forget to share. Don't forget to let us know where you are watching from, because it's exciting tonight. It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be lit. As I say, we've been really expecting this, and finally God has made it possible tonight. Baba Mazivisa.
Say, how are you?
Good man of God. How are you, sir?
I am good. I am blessed. I am excited.
What an honor to have you on this platform. Welcome to the Rainbow Family, man of God. How are you today?
It's always a blessing, but it's a bit confusing because I'm on the other side of the desk. I feel like I want to ask you some questions.
I know how it can be sometimes, but you are doing a good job. It's good to have you on the platform tonight. And
We thank
really,
God.
again, it is an honor to, because I know you are a busy man and your schedule is so tight now and then. But just to have you today, to sit you down, is something that's really humbling to us. And we thank God for you.
Well, when you're called by Rainbow Entertainment, you have no option because uh, these are people that makes things happen. So you got to give respect where respect is due, you know.
Mm. No, wonderful. Thank you so much, Babu Mazvis. We really
Praise
appreciate
God.
you and always for the support, because oftentimes people don't know how much supportive you are to the rainbow. And you're always like that person who's always in the background because people don't see you at the fore. But you know, you
Yeah.
have always been supportive from day one. When we started, I remember sometimes we would call you in here and you would sit in our meetings until 1 o'clock in the morning, and people don't know all that. You know, you've been so
Exactly.
supportive,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
just want to say thank you very much for the support that you've always given us, Baba.
We thank God for that. When you know the importance of a vision, especially a vision like yours, how important it is to musicians and singers like myself, when you know how important it is, you do the best that you can to support it for it to be a success, you know.
Mm, mm,
Because we can enjoy it on our side as artists, but if I can be able to give something also to make that vision a reality so that you also who is giving it can enjoy it, then it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Baba. You know, as I often say, people will see you and they know you as just as Baba Mazbise, but I know you are a man that God has called you and you put on so many heads. If I may just, you know, because often this question gets asked now and then. It's just like even going
Yes,
for an interview. They say to us, "Tell us about yourself," and this question always keeps coming. But for
yes,
the
sir.
benefit of those that don't know who you are, would you please let us know who is Mr. Obert Mazivisa?
In short, Obert Mazivisa is a. I used to call myself a young man, but I realized recently that I'm not that young anymore. But it's a young man born in rural Gokwe and met God, and then God changed my story. And now I'm here. God has been using me in different areas. I am a full blooded, tongue speaking child of God. I love God with all my heart. That doesn't mean that I'm an angel. That doesn't mean that I do everything right, but I'm a child of God. I love God so much with all of my heart. And God has called me in the area in the ministry of worship. I write songs and I do concert and all this. So that's in a nutshell. That's me. I am Obert Mazivisa, Zimbabwean, UK best Zimbabwean gospel artist.
Amen.
Is that a
Praise.
good answer?
It is indeed a good answer. And you go to which assembly? Is it a forward in faith, Baba? Is that correct?
I am an elder, an ordained elder of the church in Forward in Faith Ministries International.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies
Yes,
and
sir.
gentlemen, you have heard for yourself. We are so honored to have one of the UK multi-award winning gospel artists, Minister Obert Mazivisa. He is also an elder at the church. He is not a single man. He is a married man, and he has
Yes,
got
sir.
two children,
Yes,
as
sir.
you can see, and very sharp children. You know, I know last time your girl was doing very well, Baba. You know, she's one of the, I think in Swindon, she came top flying on mathematics. Am I correct?
She's so brilliant, and it's a blessing to have children like that. And the young boy is a wonder. is also following in the sister steps. So we are
Yeah.
so grateful. We are so grateful to God. Yeah.
No, we thank God for you and Mama for the work that you're doing and for your children as well, because bringing up children in this country to be what they are, it really takes the grace of God. And
Yes,
we
sir.
really want
Yes,
you to
sir.
give thanks to Mama for the work that she's doing and for the work that you're doing as well as the husband of the home. All right, so we have dealt with all those issues now. We have put them aside, and no one would say that we didn't touch those, we didn't give credit where it wasn't due. We
Yeah.
have done that. But now we are
You have to put a disclose and just say all protocols observed, just in case.
in case. Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Baba Mazivisa, you are a blessing to the body of Christ. I remember when I first met you years ago, you've been very sincere and committed to the ministry that you are even in today, the ministry of music. And I've seen
Yes,
God
sir.
lift you and do wonders with your life. And we thank God for you. And
Thank you.
before we proceed too far, I just want to share this clip. I just love this clip. Every now and then when I see it, I just go, Lord, have mercy. Let's enjoy this clip, ladies and gentlemen. That is the best way to introduce tonight. To say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to let you know tonight that Minister Obert Mazivisa is going to be one of our first opening acts in the Bow Down and Worship Gospel Concert. Thank you very much.
Hallelujah.
We're going to see all that. We're going to see all that. So, Baba, talk to me,
Yes, sir.
because I know how much you love Bishop Benjamin Dube. What prompted you to be part of this upcoming event?
Bishop Benjamin Dube has been a mentor to myself, has been a mentor to a number of Zimbabwean artists that you might know, and has been a mentor to a lot of artists all over the world. And this is a man who is an example. He's a gospel on himself. When you talk about humble beginnings, God lifting someone, God using someone worldwide, it's just Bishop Benjamin Dube. And to have the honor of ministering at his concert platform, it is an honor. And I think I am prepared to leave one of my legs there. I'm going to give it the best that I've ever done. I haven't been on stage in a long time. And this time around, I want that whenever you see me on stage, you should appreciate why you've been supporting me all these years. So this is why I want to give it the best that you've ever seen Obert Mazivisa before. Don't come expecting what you know already. Come expecting something that is beyond, because of the respect that I have for the man who is coming.
Wonderful. That's good news, Baba, because I know the first time you met, and also the young Nyasha, how they just connected, how
Yes.
they connected with Bishop,
Yeah.
and the chemistry was just so amazing. And for us really to have you come on board, Baba, is humbling, because as I say, you are one of the top performing best gospel artists in United Kingdom. How many albums have you now recorded, Baba?
The only way I would remember how many albums I've recorded is if I count them. But in short, my personal albums, they are 4. They are 4. But I've recorded different projects with other groups and all that. But yes.
Wonderful. And in your ministry as well, Baba, you have performed with very high flyers. Top gospel artists in United Kingdom and also in Africa. Who are those, Baba, that you have had the opportunity to
In the UK, our real flag flying artists, we're talking of Muyiwa, the MBE awarded. We're talking of Noah Robinson. I think those are the big ones that I can remember straight away from my head. There are other artists who is coming in my head. And when you want the names, they all run away.
Yes.
But I mentioned those two that came straight away. And most of the African artists that have come to the UK to sing in the UK, I've sung with them. I've sung on the platforms with Sonny Badu. Most of us will know Sonny Badu. I've sung with Uche. I've sung with Kululi Bebe, Tekshua Zama. Who else can I mention? Everybody you talk about them, I have ministered. I've had an opportunity to minister with them, and really an opportunity to learn how others do things. Yeah.
Wonderful. So who would you say has inspired you in this industry?
The issue with me is that I get inspired because there are so many facets about me. I don't know if that's being too proud or whatever, but there are so many things about me. So there are too many things that inspire me. One of the people that I can rightly mention as we are here is Bishop Benjamin Dube. If you listen to his story, that there was a time he started to sing, and then there was a time there was nothing, zero. There's nothing, as if that's the end of his career. And all of a sudden, boom, it came back again. He's an international star. His life story, now, and I'm not talking about his ministry yet, I'm just talking about his life story and his commitment to worship ministry. That alone inspires me. And it gives me that zeal and the push to continue pushing. Because it's not about being successful today. It's not about having a breakthrough today. It's about the commitment. God honors that commitment. How committed are you to the core? When God called you, are you committed to it? Are you prepared to give it all you can when there is nothing that's showing that something is working out? His story is an inspiring one. And of course, when we go in Zimbabwe, there's so many other people that inspire me. In particular, Pastor Aisa, because Pastor Aisa was the star singer in my church. So he was the example that I was following. I used to sing like Pastor Aisa. I used to copy how he sings, So I can mention quite a lot of other people, but yeah, I let me mention those few ones.
Yes, wonderful. So as I said, you are a seasoned gospel artist in United Kingdom. And for those that don't know and are finding out tonight, let's listen to this other track from my minister, Obert Mazivisa. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that you are excited as much as we are here at Rainbow Entertainment, because having a star like Obert Mazivisa, Minister Obert Mazivisa, joining us on the 8th of October is going to be electrifying. It's going to be lit. And we are so grateful to God. So please, as you are joining in, just let us know where you're watching from, and then share as well, because we are talking to one of the best, one of the UK multi-award winning gospel artists based here in UK. Let's listen to this other track again before I bring him back. Baba, we are waiting for the grace to fall on us. Baba Mazivisa, you have got such a way to connect with the audience, and especially the young people love you so much. How do you do this? How do you work this out? Because the minute I remember I attended a show somewhere, and the minute they called out Baba Mazivisa, yo, the young people came out from nowhere. And they all rush to the stage. How do you work this out? How do you plan that? What's the secret?
I don't know. What I could say is probably the experience of working with people. I wouldn't subscribe it to anything that I do, because each time when I'm not on stage, and I know that I'm going to go on stage, and others are doing what they are doing, I am looking for, okay, they've done this, they've done worship, they have danced, they have so what is it that is not yet done? Because I need to complement to the program. One of the things that I was taught by my father, Baba Ezekiel Kuti, he says, if you really want to connect with people, love people. If you love people, nobody can resist love. I think I am blessed. I fight all the time. I want to love people. I want to see people for the good they are. No matter how bad they are, God help me to see the good that is in everybody. I love people so much that when I go on stage, the focus that I have is to minister, to have a positive effect in someone's life.
Let me catch you there, Baba, because I'm talking to the right person. How then do you love people? Because I have seen sometimes, I'm not saying you, I'm not saying those that I know, but I've heard people complaining that sometimes some of these artists are too difficult to be reached, yet we buy their music, yet we support them. So what should we do to engage them? How do you manage that, Baba? Because people want to reach to you, want to talk to you, people want to hug you, people want to shake your hand, but some people do not want to be shake their hands at all. I mean, I don't know the right English, or to be able to get closer. How do you do that? Because I know for you, Baba, it's easy for people, they just all scream and you are just so free. How do you do that?
Because before I am what I am today, what you see, I used to be, like I was telling you, I was born poor. I grew up a very poor life. And one of my desires, I tried to get closer to artists who were successful.
Right.
And I was blocked. I could feel that there is something in me that if I can just, they can just help me, I just need that little push. And there was no door. So I made a vow. I said, God, if I get there, I want to remain human. I want to remain accessible. And the people that manage me, sometimes we always fight about it. Baba, you are too available. But there are things that fight within me, because I am an elder before I'm an artist. Amen. I am a child of God before I'm an artist. I want to minister before I want to be successful. Because there's this struggle of looking professional.
Right.
If you are too much available and all that, it affects your brand. Right. You see, it affects your brand. So I always try to avail myself as much as I can. as much as my management, the people that manage me, allow me, although I violate what they say most of the time. But it all goes back to, I am fighting this thing. I want to remain human. I want to remain a blessing to people. I still want to remain, when anybody gets closer to me, they must glorify God. They must be able to say, hey, I've never seen a person like this. God is good at the end of the day. That's my desire. I want to have that. But it affects my my brand. It affects the business side. It affects a lot of other things, you know. But that's what I am. What can I do?
You have done well, Baba, to manage that. While, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to what Minister Mazivisa.
But having said that, let me help you as a defense for other Abid.
Yeah.
Getting closer to people it's done for as well, because what people does with getting closer to you, sometimes making you want to get away from people, because people misuse getting closer to you. People take being available and they misuse it. You become, in other words, if I get closer to Pastor Steve, if he was thinking that I am a man of God, automatically my value is depreciated. I'm now common, you know. Even if he's talking, that one is on the, I can call him right now. So your value has gone down. So that one makes people stay away from people, so that they can protect their brand, they can protect what they've worked for. Because to see someone gone somewhere, they would have worked very hard. So it differs what is important to you, what principles have you set for yourself, what is important, what is not that important, you know.
Thank you very much. Wise words from one of our best performing artists, multi-award winning gospel artist best here in United Kingdom. Before we proceed, let us continue to listen to his music, because we are so excited to have Minister Obert Mazivisa being one of the opening acts on the 8th of October. And I know that Bishop Benjamin Dube is his mentor, so there's going to be a mentor and mentee anointing on the
It's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. I'm telling you.
Let's listen to this.
Counting my miracles one by one. See, I have joy, peace, and happiness. And while I'm still counting, He's done it again. See, I have joy, peace, and happiness. And while I'm still counting, He's done it again. Joy, peace, and happiness. And while I'm still counting, He's done it again.
I was there on that night when that DVD was recorded. How do you prepare for such events? Because having been in the industry for a long time, not the ages, but for all this period, you got to gauge yourself and position yourself and know that this is what God needs. How do you work it out, Baba?
How do I work it out? What I've done myself is I have surrounded myself with young people. One of the reasons why I've surrounded myself with young people, so that I can remain relevant. I want always to remain relevant to the current market. So I surround myself with young people. I am that guy that if you call me and you've got an advice, I listen. I listen to everybody. I have value being corrected. I listen to what people say. But I've got my values. I've got principles that I stick to, that guide me to do what I do. I see my bishop there, Bishop Akura. That's my brother. Thank
Amen.
God for you. Your value is still intact, my man of God. Thank you. I love you so much. Yeah. So how do we prepare? Well, whenever we are preparing for a show, we anticipate. We look at, okay, what season are we in? What kind of an audience are we going to have? What is it that we can give them that they can appreciate the money that they have paid for to come and attend? What is it can we give them so that they can say, wow, that was worth all the trouble, you know. So the preparation goes around, okay, you think about the audience. Think about the audience, that the people that are honoring, living, especially here in the UK, but people leave shift to come to attend your show. So it's not a joke.
Yeah.
So when I go on stage, my thinking is, what is it that I can do that when this person goes home, they will say, wow, that was worth it. Yes. So that was what. If does it mean like what Kulili Baby does, rolling on the floor, whatever it is, I will do it. I will do it.
Wonderful. Let's play this one more track. This is one of my favorite songs, and I know Dexter loves this song so much. Let's play this track. I love it so much.
Fly! Yeah. Are you ready? Put your hands up like this. I fly higher. Higher and higher and higher. Whatever is happening into your life right now, I speak the power of the Holy Ghost. And no devil will stop you. I speak and say no sickness will stop you. No demon will stop you. Are you above it all? I need to fly. Come on, fly.
That's a prophetic song. I love it so much. No sickness, no demon, nothing shall stop you. I fly higher. I love that song so much. When you wrote that song, what was in your mind? Where were you and how did it come about?
Well, that song, I didn't write it. I didn't write it as in like write it. I'll tell you the story. We were at a conference. That was a men's conference, singing on stage. And then the song came, and I came off the stage, went behind at the back of the stage, recorded it on my phone, and went back on stage to do. I was backing on the stage, and when we finished the conference, I was driving home. I started to listen because whenever the move of God moves, to any artist who is listening to me, the right time to download songs from God is when there is a presence of God.
Yes.
So whenever I am attentive, my ear is listening. Whenever there is a wave, God is moving, I am very attentive, and I'm always with my phone, not to look on WhatsApp, but so that if anything comes, I record. Anything I record. And then after I listen, and then I saw a song that was full. I fly higher.
Wow.
At that time, Baba, things were happening around me, and I'm thinking, everybody blaming you, everybody thinking, telling you how bad you are. But inside of you, people are telling you are bad, but you look inside, you think, I'm not that bad. I'm a good person. I've got a good at. I just made a mistake, but nobody understands. Everybody understands when they want you to look at them and say it was just a mistake, forgive him. But when it's you, no, it's not a mistake. That's who you are. So, and that song was, it always ministers to me. Doesn't matter what Pastor Steve say about me. Doesn't matter what whoever say. I have got the mandate to tell myself that I am blessed. I am above and not beneath. And what I say happens. I can prophesy to myself things to happen. Even if you don't want to prophesy to me, I'll prophesy to myself.
That's powerful, Baba. That's
Amen.
Very powerful words, because I know often as musicians and ministers, when we begin to speak the mind of God. And I believe that the people that are listening tonight, that there is something that you are taking, there is something that we are learning, because our God is a God who is able to do things that are beyond our imagination. But then let's come back again to those that have joined tonight, Baba. Let's talk about what God has called you to do on the 8th of October. This is the flyer.
Wow.
Our minister, Obert Mazivisa, is on the, I don't know what they call it. They say on the bill, on the card. I don't know what it is. but we are so honored to really have you come on board, Baba, to really bless us on this day. So what are you going to say to those that are just seeing the news now and what should they expect? Because there's going to be a genius on the stage, and the mentee is also another genius on the stage. What should we expect? Because it's going to be fireworks, man.
Well, like you said, first words, it's going to be fireworks, definitely. And right now we're cracking our heads with my team, and I'm thinking, right, like I told you, we always think, what kind of an audience are we going to meet? What is it that we should give them that they will go back and say, well, it was worth it for him to be on. I'm not just on the lineup so that we while up time while we are waiting for Bishop Benjamin Dube to come. No. I am there to leave a mark.
Yeah.
So that's why I told you that if it means me leaving one of my legs there, it's going to happen, because that's what it is. I want this man of God, Bishop Benjamin Dube, to say, I've done a job there. He should be watching that and think, wow, did I help this person? You know, he should know that, no, he did not waste his time helping me. Do you see what I mean? So I've got so many things. And I also have to say, Pastor Steve must be sitting back and be thinking, how did we get this guy to be on this stage? So there's so many things. And also the big boss, he is waiting. Remember, he's the ultimate. Whatever we do, when we are on stage, he's got someone who is waiting for his healing, someone who is waiting for his encouragement, someone who is waiting for their breakthrough. I pray that God, that person who is waiting for that miracle, when I go on that stage, may it be that time for their breakthrough. May that be their time for their miracle. I am going there as an empty vessel, saying, God, use me to touch your people. It's not a wasted time. Whatever time is going to be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time it is, it's going to be a time for God to do what he wants with his people. And I am ready and I am prepared. And I am telling you, like you said, it's going to be fireworks.
I can honestly, Baba Mazivisa, I cannot wait, because I don't remember the last time I saw, I think it was in Luton when I last saw you get on the stage.
Exactly.
And I know that God has really positioned you at this time for this day. And we are praying because, again, we want God to reach out to our young people, because I know how much they love you. And we want them to know tonight that Baba Mazivisa is back. You know, I know you've missed him for quite some time, but we thank God that he's going to be back on that stage with Bishop Benjamin Dube. Yes, on that stage with Bishop Benjamin Dube. As you can see on the flyer, he is one of our best based here in UK. And this is the first time we are doing this, you know, having one of the high-flying gospel artists coming in on stage with the legend. And Baba Mazivisa, we thank God for him, that he has made himself available. So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want you to sit there and say you are going to buy your ticket in August, because we can tell you now that, I mean, I was talking, Baba, yesterday, that almost 50% of the VIP tickets are sold out already. So we're only left with 50%. So it is our prayer, like as we are talking, that come June, we are speaking and prophesying that let this event be sold out. What's your message on that, Baba?
Okay, my message now would be this. Do you know that I am friends with Pastor Steve? Number one. Number two, do you know that I am one of the artists that are singing on that show? Like you said something, I wanted to mention that. You said something very profound, that this is the time of God. Because at any time I could have asked Pastor Steve, who could have talked, took off the jacket of Rainbow director and talked to my friend and say, Baba, I need to sing on this stage. But it never happened. God made it possible this time. I am saying this, and I because I have also bought my VIP ticket already in advance. So I am speaking to someone who is not yet, who's thinking, I shouldn't buy a VIP, I shouldn't buy a ticket, I shouldn't whatever. Oh, why do we pay? I am telling you, I am performing there. I could go in for free. This is Pastor Steve's show. I can walk in there for free. Nobody asks me. But I have bought a VIP ticket. I will be there and I'll be performing. I'm encouraging someone do something. Let's make history. It's gonna be history anyway, whether you are there or not. Tickets are gonna sell out. This is Bishop Benjamin Dube. He has done it before. He's been to the UK. It was pandemonium, and it's gonna be pandemonium. I don't know how I can encourage someone. Buy your ticket now. Don't miss it, because it's going to be awesome.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful words, Baba. So we are praying and trusting God that very soon we want God to help us, that we close this event and just have it sold out by
Yeah.
June. So we are
It helps to
Yeah.
then focus on preparations and all that, when the ticket thing is out of the way. Yeah.
out of the way. And just to echo one of the principles, Baba, that I spoke to, that I said it really encouraged me, and I'm learning something from what you have been doing for the past 2 events, because I know oftentimes as promoters or as men of God or as musicians, we are very slow to support events that are taking place. But lately, I'm beginning to see a shifting. I did see my sister Washe come buy tickets and attend. You bought the tickets, you attended. I saw some pastors buying tickets and attended to support the event, Baba. And that's a principle that you are teaching us there, that it's a time now where we need to stop asking for free tickets, that people buy tickets to support.
While you are there,
Yes.
I will say to everybody who support me, I don't want anybody who support me who wants a free ticket, because that is not support. If you support me, when you see I am singing at a show, buy a ticket. That's how you support me. That's real support.
Yes.
So real support is not writing on Facebook only. Real support is coming to my event. When you see me on a show, come to that event. That's real support. Buy a ticket. Don't come and say, I'm very close to Obert Mazivisa. Can I go in? You will not see me there, because me, I have bought my ticket.
Yeah.
You see. And you see that your Kai Waishe that you've mentioned, that one is a star that is coming.
Amen.
Watch out for her, because she has got a good heart.
Amen.
That one has got a golden heart. And I can vouch for her. That one, God will take her to some levels. Not because she's a star, not because she's brilliant, she sings better than others, but because of a heart that she has. And let me come back. Because I cut you. So
Wonderful, Baba. You're absolutely right. And she's confirming she has already bought her ticket.
God bless you.
The things, Baba, that we saw in Dr. Stumi event, people coming together, to support, it's really humbled us. And it's a lesson that some of us are beginning to learn, because when someone does something, do the same thing. So not only you, Baba, not only Sister Yekai, I saw people like Walter, people like Benjamin. I mean, quite a lot of artists that I saw on the day, Baba, and most of them, they bought the tickets.
I saw them sitting in the VIP area. They are artists, young artists that are coming up, and allow me to do this publicly.
Yes.
Nobody sent me, but to thank you for providing that platform, to give them that opportunity. I don't know whether what's his name, the MC. I don't know whether you told him to do what he did, providing that platform for our artists, local artists, because many of the promoters, they ignore the local artists that is in the UK, and it has been a cry for all artists that are local. Why do they leave us? We try. We are not good, but we try. But what you did on that show, may God bless you. May God lift up Rainbow. And what Dr. Tumi did to call Benjamin, to call our people there, it was amazing. I was sitting there and I was saying, this is God's time. It was amazing. And may God bless you, sir. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. We really appreciate you, Baba, and also the path and the trending and the direction that you are really pulling us all. And we want you to know that we are learning from the things that we are doing. And again, I know we did have this conversation, and I believe as time gets closer, we need to get to a place and to a point where when people are doing events, even if I don't have to participate, I can say, Baba Mazivisa, I know you're doing something. Here is the £50 to assist on your project, so that we bless, the works that people are doing. And it makes it easier, Baba, as well, when people are preparing to do that. So we want you to know that we are learning from you, Baba, and especially for me, what we have just done in the past 2 events really leaves a challenge. That, if I see someone doing something, if I'm not available, I'll buy a ticket for somebody else and just go and support that event. Because then when we together stand up, we will begin to shake, Baba, the kingdom of darkness. Because if you look at it right now, gospel events in UK are a struggle. But if you call in somebody who will come in and tweak and do something, you find the place packed.
True.
But when it comes to gospel events, things that change people's lives, people drag their feet. You hear someone saying, me, I don't attend these things, or me, I don't do this. But our events, Baba, they are life-changing.
Yes,
you know, we saw with Dr. Tumi's event, the worship that was in the room. So if you are sitting there and you are one of those that says you don't attend events, we want you to know that you are missing out. So we are asking you to come out and be part of what God is doing, because there is a new wave that God is bringing and the direction that is taking us to. So we are extending this invitation to you, and we want you to know that we are praying and we are trusting God, and our man of God, our elder, our minister, Mr. Obert Mazivisa, will be ministering on the night. So we want to say thank you, Baba, for coming tonight and really for sharing these wonderful news. But before I let you go, I know there may be one or two people that are watching tonight and are hungry for that word and what they might be expecting on the day, or what they're going through and what they're trusting God for. What is the message that you want to share tonight with them, Baba?
Wow, thank you so much. First of all, allow me to appreciate Apostle from Kenya. He's joined from Kenya, and his wife Romana Quinta. Thank you so much. I saw him waiting on YouTube for this program all the way from Kenya. Thank you so much. And my brother Bishop Akunandawa, thank you so much. I've seen you commenting there. What is the word that I could share with people right now? What is the word that I could share with people right now? Allow me to dip into what we are talking about. We are bringing in a great worshiper from South Africa. We all know Bishop Benjamin Dube, a great worshiper. And I want you to understand, praise attracts the presence of God into your situation. And when the presence of God comes down, there is nothing that can stand the presence of God. I'll repeat this. If you want the presence of God to come into any situation, use praise. When you sing praises, God releases his presence into your situation. We have seen that in the Bible. Paul and Silas locked in jail. In there, everything. Paul was a lawyer. They tried everything that they could. They have human wisdom. They tried. This time it did not work. At the middle of the night, they started to sing praises to God, and the presence of God was attracted into their situation. When God came down, chains fell off. We can look in Jericho. The children of Israel, they did not use any weapons. There was walls that was protecting their position, and they used praise. They went around Jericho. They praised God, and when God released his presence, the walls of Jericho fell down. What am I saying to you? There is nothing that can hold you back. Whenever you find yourself locked in a corner by the devil, lift up a praise to God, and the presence of God will come down in your situation and things will turn around. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where things are difficult, you don't have an answer, you don't know what to do, I am encouraging you right now. Lift up a praise to God, and God releases his presence into your situation. If it's sickness, there's no sickness that can stand in the presence of God. If it's pain, there's no pain that can stand in the presence of God. If it's the devil, there's no devil that can stand in the presence of God. I am giving you a secret. Praise brings down the presence of God. And when the presence of God comes down, there is nothing that can stand in the presence of God. No situation, no devil, no pain, no condition can stand in the presence of God. Another psalmist said, it is good to dwell in the presence of God. There are pleasures forevermore at the right hand of the Father. I am telling you, it is sweet. Have you ever experienced when the presence of God has come down? Have you ever experienced as though you can do everything? You can do anything He can do anything. I am telling you, the reason is you were created to dwell, to tabernacle in the presence of God, to dwell with the presence of God. When you are in the presence of God, I am telling you, you feel like you can fly. You feel like you can heal the sick. You feel like there is no sickness, there's no pain. Those that preach, they can agree with me this, that if you're feeling sick, the moment you stand in front of people to begin to preach and the presence of God comes down, you don't feel the pain, you don't feel the sickness. I sing. Sometimes when I'm not well, my body is weak, I go on stage, I start to sing, and when God releases his presence, the sickness, I don't feel it. I'll feel it after. But when I am there, when I am in the presence of God, I don't feel the pain. I am telling you, when you are in a situation, if the devil thinks he's put you in the corner, I am telling you, lift up a praise to God, and God will release his presence in your situation. That sickness will go, that pain will go. Bring the presence of God in that house, bring the presence of God in that marriage, bring the presence of God in that sickness, bring the presence of God in that condition, and you see God in action. May God bless you. On the 8th of October, God is gonna come down. I've got no doubt. Bring the sick, bring those that are in wheelbarrows, anybody who is not feeling well, bring them on that day. I know God is gonna deliver them and set them free. God bless you. Thank you. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you very much for that powerful word. You have heard for yourself. That's an
Amen.
invitation. Come as you are. The Spirit of God is going to be in the room. We're going to be having the bishops. We're going to be having the elders. The anointing is going to be rich in the room, Baba.
Also.
We are so excited. And thank you very much, Baba, for answering the call and for making yourself available. Even tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Minister Obert Mazivisa is one of the opening acts on the day, on the 8th of October. So you really need to get your ticket like yesterday. So in closing, Baba, if people need to reach you out for bookings or to contact you, how can they find you?
The easiest, find Obert Mazivisa on social media, on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Social media, you can inbox me. I'll give you the right contacts. But otherwise, they are on the screen right now. If you look at the bottom there, that's the number. You send a WhatsApp there, send an email there, make a booking. Yes, we are open for bookings now. But I want to tell you one thing. I'm taking bookings that will allow me to do exactly, not half-half. Not half-half, so that when I go on stage, I've done that, Baba. I've done all these half-half things, little jobs there. But it's now time to show people that in Africa, there are artists that can bring down the president. We can do these things. There's nothing that can stop me. So I am taking those bookings that I know that I'll be able to bring my whole team so that we can do something that we know that this is what we are called to do. So yes, thank you so much. I'm available. God bless you. Thank you so much. But come on the 8th of October. It's gonna be another story. I'm promising you. God is my witness.
Thank you very much, Baba Mazivisa, tonight for your time. We really appreciate, and God bless you. Have a good evening, man of God.
Thank you so much. God bless you. See you on the 8th of October, Pipo. God bless you. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard for yourself tonight the man of God himself, the elder, the minister of the word, the worshipper, Minister Obert Mazivisa, is going to be one of our opening acts on the 8th of October. Mentor and mentee relationship, like as I've said earlier, the mentor and mentee anointing is going to be rich in the room. So please, if you've not bought your ticket yet, go to our website, www.rainbowentertainment.co, and purchase your ticket. The people are buying tickets already. There is no waiting. If you are sitting and waiting that the tickets are going to be available in August, we don't want to disappoint you. Get your ticket now, because people are buying tickets. So we are so excited. As you all can see now, those are the details if you need to book or invite Baba Obert Mazivisa to come and minister at any time. But for Bishop Benjamin Dube, we are going to be meeting on the 8th of October. Get your ticket now. We want to appreciate everybody that connected tonight. Please share this broadcast so that then people will not miss out on what's going to be happening on the 8th. Thank you very much for connecting, and may God bless you all. Good night.